Annie of Annie's Annuals and Perennials in Richmond, California. And we are going to show you today some plant combinations. Plants that bloom at the same time and that look really good together that are blooming in our garden right now. So to start off, this is Phacelia minor. This is a California native annual that will self-sow and come back again every year. They are probably the best bee magnet you can bring into the garden. Both the bumblebees and the honeybees and the native bees all love their little cubs. And this year I've combined it with Ixia buttercup. It's a bulb from South Africa. And it's really, really easy to grow. It never dies. You start out with one, and then the next year you have 10 spikes, and the next year you'll have 20 spikes. It's early morning right now, so the flowers are not quite all the way open, and I will show you what they look like. And they bloom for about a month and a half. And when they're done, you just cut them back, and they come back every year. No muss, no fuss. And right behind the Phacelia is our very favorite Lupinus Thomas Church, the purple Lupinus Thomas Church, with the purple and the yellow. So we have purple, primrose yellow. There's a columbine back there, and I believe that's Aquilegia yabiana. It's one of our favorite columbines because it's a very vigorous bloomer, and it lives a long time, and it's nice and tall. And just coming into bloom is Agrostemma gethago ocean pearls, which is the white Agrostemma, or common name is corncockle. It's an old-fashioned classic cottage garden annual that self-sows. So you have one this year, and then you have 15 next year that you can move around the garden for free plants. One of our favorite combinations, and everybody loves this plant combination. They always bloom at the same time. Baby blue eyes. It's a California native, and it is one of the truest, bluest flowers, the color of the sky. And in my home garden, I line all my gardens with baby blue eyes because they are so blue and beautiful. And popping out from right behind is Papaver commutatum, or ladybird poppy. They have a nice low foliage, and each one will make 20, 30 flowers at one time. They put so much pop in the garden. So if you are like me and you like those girly colors of purple, light blue, light pink, and light white, as I always say, it's really great to throw in something bright red or bright pink, magenta here and there to make the garden come alive and make it pop. And added to the Papaver commutatum and the baby blue eyes, we have California poppy alba, or Schultzia californica alba. And it makes a beautiful combination, those three plants. We've got a pretty nice combination of California native Leia platyglossa, or tidy tips. We think these are just about the most springiest, happiest annuals you can grow. There's something about Leias that just exudes springiness, and they're really scented. And they smell super sweet. And right below Leia is Camisonia bistorta, a really nice California native, low growing, and it will trail over the edge of the rocks. And I've grown it next to California desert bluebells, Phacelia capulinaria, which is a brilliant, brilliant blue. And as you can see, there's some Papaver commutatums popping up in here, the ladybird poppies, and it's good to repeat a plant 1 or 2 or 3 times. Brilliant yellow, brilliant blue with a pop of red, primaries. This is just another nice combination. This is Thomas Church lupin again. He's everywhere in our garden. Right in front of him, Leia gallardioides.
What?
This has got a tongue twister of a name. Leia gallardioides, woodland tidy tips. And it's just billowing out of the edge of the bed. And coming around here, I've repeated the Leia platyglossa tidy tips, which are just screaming, it's springtime. They're so exuberant, and this is it in its full glory, and it looks very lovely next to something purple like Lupinus Thomas Church. It's a great combination, and they bloom at the same time. And here's a very cottagey corner of the garden with Cornelia rose, which is a long blooming spring through fall blooming rose, fragrant and disease resistant. And I put at the bottom Myosotis palustris, a forget-me-not perennial, which just blooms and blooms and blooms and spreads itself around. Over here is a species columbine. We love the species columbines, not the modern hybrids. It's scented, and when it's finished blooming about end of June, we cut it back and it will bloom again at the beginning of fall. And right here is a rare pokeweed called Phytolacca acanosa. And these lovely and charming flower spikes will turn into brilliant black-purple shiny berries pretty soon. And that rose is Mrs. Oakley Fisher. Blooms most of the season and completely disease-free. So this is one of the combinations I was really happy with this year. It's Papaver Orange Chiffon, which is one of the big flowered breadseed poppies. It blooms much longer, it seems, than any of the other breadseed poppies. It doesn't get the tattered lower foliage, and it just looks glorious next to the blue delphinium. And right behind there, just coming into bloom, is blue diadem, the old-fashioned tall bachelor buttons. And you could repeat this combination several times in your garden, and that would be really stunning. And just to go along with it is Apricot Chiffon California Poppy and Rose Chiffon California Poppy, which actually look really good together. And a new plant that's been out only about a year. We like it a lot because it's so massively bloomiferous, and that's Geum Totally Tangerine. And with deadheading, this will bloom spring through fall. A nice, strong perennial, drought tolerant, and just tough as nails. And at the end of this bed, with the Geum Totally Tangerine, is a really nice dark-leafed heuchera that I think looks so pretty together. This is Heuchera Melting Fire, dark ruby red with the tangerine of the Geum.